Today we are in Evaton, where we are looking at the access road that Sandra worked on as part of the Valazonge project. So this road here is around 1 kilometer long, and we've been here for a while, and we'll try and take you through what happened and why we took a bit of time to get this road done. We first came here to assess this road in February 2024. At that stage, it was dubbed, or it is actually nicknamed, the swimming pool road. And there are pictures of people actually swimming. So the nickname comes from activities that were actually happening. And you see this a lot during the summer period. So Sandra was then asked to assist in attending to the fixing of this particular road. So our initial assessment on a high level, remember it was the end of summer, and the rainfall data we had, we thought this would be a quick fix. We come in, we fix the road, and at that point we proposed to have what we call a low-risk design, where you have an asphalt layer, BTB, and a stabilized layer below, which is to a large extent a C4. It's only when it started to rain and the colleagues could not work that we started to understand the big impact that we were actually facing. At that stage, the entire road was underwater. So a solution that was low risk without subsoil drainage would not have worked. So we then spent a bit more time building the lower layers of the road, which included, building a drainage layer made of rock underneath the road, which will then be linked to a subsoil drain that lies down there way behind me. So we did that as the first layers, and then we build our C4, and then the BTB and the asphalt on top. We did the analysis of this road in February 2024. We then, in between February and November, there was a lot of engagement with the municipality, with the community, and with the design team to try and get a solution that would actually work. We then started construction around November 2024, and as I stand here today in August 2025, most of the works are done. We are just now doing the finishing work that we require for this road to be fully open to traffic. But as you can see, there are a lot of motorists already using the road, indicating that most of the structural work that needed to be done is complete. So we have spent around 23 million rand on this stretch of the road in terms of construction work, and around 3 or so million rand in design work for the consulting design team. And that has created work for around 8 subcontractors that have worked on this road, and we created jobs for over 80 people, so over 80 laborers or over 80 semi-skilled to unskilled people have been employed on this road as part of the work, and we are glad of the impact that we have had on the community. A lot of the channels that are used here, the design was done locally, and there's a local welder down the road who did the welding for the channels that we use for the drainage systems. And a lot of the work and a lot of the things that we've done here, we have done it with the support and the inclusion of the community that we are working within. And we are quite glad as Sandra to have been part of a solution that is to a large extent high impact. As you go through the pictures of where we came from, what the road looked like, and where it is now, you will appreciate the amount of work that it has gone into getting this road to where it is today.
We were here before last with the President of the Republic, Cyril Ramaphosa, and then we showed him the road because we were going to another pump station, and then we traveled in this route for him to have an appreciation that when we say that we require support and assistance, then he did manage to provide that, and he promised that yes, I will do something, and they brought a central team which came in here, and then after some time, the road started. But what we saw in this road, I was here last week to come and do my oversight. I'm very much impressed on the level of this road that has been done. And for me, it is saying that we are on a right course to deliver the service that was highly needed by the community around here. So we really appreciate that, the contractors, the SMMEs that participated, the quality of work, it is very beautiful. So we really appreciate, but we as Mfuleni, we really want to appreciate what Sandra has done, and we are hoping that we'll still have a long-lasting relationship with them in many of the roads that will be happening around Mfuleni here.
Initially, when I heard about this project, our councillor, Lechema, called a public meeting informing us of a road access that's going to be constructed. And he informed us as business people that there will be some opportunities for us if we are interested and if we meet the requirements. And we were happy to hear about that, as we are interested in construction and as we want to develop our skills in construction. And when VIA came, it also called a public meeting to inform us about all the requirements in order for us to be subcontractors. So what happened is they told us what is required. Then we all had to apply, those who meet the requirements, of course. Then we applied, and then those that were fortunate were selected, were shortlisted and selected to be subcontractors. And we were happy about that process because it was so professional. When this project started, I was a grade 1 on my CADB. So now I was given an opportunity to go and upgrade into grade 3. So it means my company now can at least apply for grade 3 work after this project. And I'm very, very happy about that. And before, my company used to have at least 2 employees that helped me there and there with odd jobs that I used to get. But in this project, at least I was able to hire around 15, 17 employees. And they all learned new things here. How to construct an asset for the V-train, the sidewalk. So it was quite an experience for them. So they also benefited a lot, my employees.
It affected us in a very good way, I would say, opportunity-wise, because we got an opportunity to get employment. We got an opportunity of skills transfer. Some of us literally went to training, and we do have certificates for such. And I, for one, am also upgrading my studies under safety, because I've been working with wonderful women who would encourage me to actually look further into this, because they could see it's in my blood. For one, it's something that I didn't actually have in mind, but ever since I got an opportunity, I could see, no, I can actually do this and I will grow in this. I'm working with youngsters here at work, right? And with the group of people that we've been working on, they actually saw there's light at the end of the tunnel. There's engineers here, we have foremen, so you could actually grow under production. And yet here we are today, and seeing we actually making a huge change more community and bringing smiles more. But this is something that I can do because it's a change. So I would say it's not just project, there's a whole lot of change on your own, physically and mentally so it has brought in something very bright for youngsters, I would say that.
Our brothers and sisters, obviously, they were hired in this project, so that's a big up for the project. So for a community, this kasi was otherwise shame. Even though others they could complain, but they would complain for indoors because of obviously or otherwise.
We do really batho ba sevang phakathi ka Evaton West. So hona le batho ba baholo. Hona le batho ba sa tsweng go tsamaya, ba tsamayang ka di-wheelchair. Hona le batho ba tsamayang ka di-crutches. So ka shele na re thabila the way tsela e entsweng ka teng, because koloi tsa rona di tlo kgona go sevang phakathi wa rona the way rona re batlang ka teng le the way phakathi o tlo khotsofalang ka teng. Wa bohlokwa gore ntho e re thabetseng gore re a bona e lokisitswe, and ha ba nka nako e telele go ya dwe ne re nana gore e tlo nka nako e telele ka teng. Ke yona ntho pele etsang gore re be happy haholo.
Fike la mina ingamoshakalanga kakhulu ngoba imoto beziphuma la. Sabona kabo mama babeka ama-camshare lapho, babeka ama-umbrella, bafaka ama-swimming costume. Futhi mina ngithi bazihlelele, ngibona sabayangena ngaphakathi bayaswima bokugogo namantombazane nabantwana. Masithi siyabheka amanzi angcolile man. Bazama ke emva kwaloko ukuthi bathele inhlabathi, abanye abobaba babiza amatraka bathela inhlabathi. Nami bengikhona lapho saganda nabanye abomama abahlala ngale 7. Sizama ukuthi kuvaleke, kwavaleka nyana kancane. Kodwa hayi yangaphela ki swimming pool, kulibele kunamanzi. Hayi lesi sidege kangaka lesi sikontiri lesi years and years ngiyawuguga ngingaboni lokhu sinje.
I'm responsible for the day-to-day running of the project, supervision. I'm responsible for the management. I'm looking after the SMMEs. I'm looking after community issues. I'm looking after the procurement. I'm looking after the contractual matters. I'm looking after the program of the project to ensure that we deliver the project on time. The measures of quality control, it doesn't just start here on site. It starts with the material that we are procuring. The material that we are procuring must be procured to the correct SANRAL standard, to the correct design standard. So it starts there, ensuring that the concrete that we are procuring is to the correct standard, the dump rock is to the correct standard, the G5 is to the correct standard. It starts there. And then after that, it comes now when we are bringing the material to site. We have quality control checklists. Let's say we are casting concrete. We check the cover of the concrete. We've done the density checks to ensure that we are placing the material on compacted soil. So those are part of our quality checks. And also now when we are laying the concrete, the temperature, is the temperature right? But the lasting impact that we're going to leave here in terms of safety, it's a new road and the community might be tempted to overspeed, so we've introduced speed humps. And because this road is next to residential areas, there's crashes here, there's children that might be playing next to the road. So we've introduced a few speed humps along a few intervals to ensure that people are reducing speed and this road will operate very safely in the community.
The objective was to manage drainage and also bring back the operation functionality of the project, which is what we see today, allowing cars to move freely and also allowing drainage to operate in a sense that it's transferred to the correct position within the time that it doesn't create problems for people. Now, our major challenges during construction was very, very much surrounding around this issue. We started the project in a rainy season. Just on this day, as we see, the commencement was November last year. The same intensity of rain you are seeing right now was the same, even similar there at that time. But what it means is that our operations were stagnant and they couldn't move as fast as we can because we couldn't work on a wet season. So those were the biggest challenges we had. As we opened the road, time became a problem. Workability became a problem. So soils were wet and there was not a clear operation specification that we had on the project to clear out water within the time for people to continue working. So we suffered delays during that period. And this period stretched around until around April. Because the rains you're seeing today, it meant that the contractors who were starting, it was very difficult to come and work on site. The only operations that they had going at that time was to get material, get people in, but couldn't commence with the actual work. So we had to devise engineering solutions which were very unorthodox in a way that were never designed for or scoped in for the project. At that time, you needed to get a layer that was with strength for them to start building other layers on top. So we brought in things such as known as pioneer layers, which is more embodied around bringing a rock formation for it to be compacted so that you can work other areas. But at the same time, drainage, you can't work it in a wet area. So we had to be much of a very proactive team and think about and watch the weather system and also try and find a period where it was dry. And luckily for us, the rain had stopped around April and it started the winter season. Within the winter season, that's where we were able to gain momentum, but also bringing in such things as subsoil drainage, which was never part of the scope of the works. Now the road itself, it embodies subsoil drainage, it had a pioneer layer, and also it was lucky to experience a season of a lack of precipitation. And then at that point, we were able now to work going forward. Now, I can tell you one thing about the project. It was scoped into work for 5 months, which means that November to March, it was supposed to be completed. But that whole period was very wet. So therefore, delays now comes in, the other things of penalties, claims, and so forth. So through a project management tool that we have at SANRAL,
we ended up working through the contract itself and working out solutions around the contract bounds. Those solutions helped us in a sense that even with the delays, we were working out things that can be compensated for, and the work groups that were taken into for the scope to be what you see today. Collaboration, teamwork ability, and also community involvement. Those were mostly of the greater areas that assisted us to be where we are today.